it's Thistle Verse, and I'm here today with an exciting announcement. I've dropped some mentions about it in previous videos, but today is the big day. Today is the day that I'm announcing round 2 of the Black SFFathon. For those who didn't participate last year, the Black SFFathon is a readathon to promote science fiction, fantasy, paranormal, supernatural horror by Black authors, and as always, novels, novellas, novelettes, short stories, comics, and graphic novels. These are all eligible. And the reason why it's in October is because October is Black Speculative Fiction Month. This month was created by Milton Davis and Balogun Ojatade. The Black SFFathon is running from October 3rd to October 16th. It's going to be the same co-host as last year. It'll be me. We will have our bookstagrammer, Arlene of Lock Pressed Books, a booktuber, Lucie of LucieReads, booktuber Noria of Chronicles of Noria, and booktuber Jerry of Onyx Pages. In terms of the reading prompts for this year, instead of doing a bingo board, we decided to simplify it, and we're just going to do a list of 3 prompts. Prompt number 1 is a book that's been on your to-read list. Prompt number 2 is a book with a blue cover. And prompt number 3 is a book about ghosts. And for the ghost prompt, you can be as literal or figurative as you want with it. I'm going to make a recommendation video at some point for novels that you can read, as well as short stories from the short story list that I made last year. And our group read this year is The Forgotten Girl by India Hill Brown. This is a middle grade ghost story about a young girl, Iris, who's feeling kind of forgotten. It seems like her parents are more concerned with her little sister than her. It seems like she's not getting the credit she deserves for her work at school. And one day she stumbles upon an unmarked grave in her North Carolina neighborhood. And this sparks off a whole supernatural encounter and a whole quest about who this town has forgotten and what can they do to remember. So you may notice a snow theme in the thumbnail for this announcement video, in the background for some of the graphics, and if you're wondering why that is, you're going to have to read our group book to find out, and or join us for the live show discussion on October 16th. We will be going live on my channel on October 16th at 2 p.m. EST to discuss the group book. I hope you all can make it, and if you can't make it, I hope you're able to watch after the fact. I feel like the group reads are always a really good time. And we're also doing the Instagram challenge like we did last year. There's going to be 1 prompt for each day of the readathon, and this year the prompts are a new release, so a book that's been released in 2021, vampires, a book that's personally meaningful to you, a book that's been on your to-read list, a short story collection, a book by a UK author. October is the UK's Black History Month, and so, we wanted to promote that. A book with a blue cover, an indie book, so self-published or from a smaller press, a book that was written before the year 2000, a book that you think would make a great movie, a book about ghosts, a comic or graphic novel, a book that has your favorite cover, and a book that has gods as characters. We are also doing sprints on YouTube this year. We had them last year as a little ad hoc, but this year we had them pinned down in advance. So we're doing 2 sets of sprints. On October 9th at 2 p.m. EST, Lucie of LucieReads is going to be hosting sprints on her channel. And October 10th at 11 a.m. EST, 4 p.m. West African time, Noria of Chronicles of Noria will be going live with sprints on her channel. So if you're looking to get some reading done, you need kind of a focused environment to do that, you can join us for either of those events. All this information will be up on Twitter and on the Instagram, which I will link in the description box below. So I know that 2 weeks for a readathon is kind of a crunch, so if you want to count 1 book for multiple prompts, go ahead. The prompts were designed so that if you've read the group book, The Forgotten Girl, that should knock out at least 2 of them because it is a book with a blue cover and it is a book about ghosts. I want to stress that the readathon is about having fun. If it is stressful for you trying to find a book for each prompt, don't do that. If it's fun for you to find a book for each prompt, go ahead. I know for me that I get a little frazzled during the readathon. I know that me reading multiple books in the 2 weeks just isn't realistic, so I will probably be reading off the short story list, and I will be getting a start on Joplin's Ghost by Tananarive Due. The entire cover isn't blue, but it is like a navy blue up here. This has been on my to-read list for a while. I believe it was Mary Jo Law, got me really interested in this book because it was during quarantine pages created by and Jerry Onyx pages. I believe Noria Chronicles of Noria, Sajid of Books Are My Social Life, Oshalev of LucieReads, Brittany of Melanin Eclectic, Audrey of Perpetual Pages were the co-hosts at the time. And at the end of each session, people would kind of talk about a book that they were reading and how they're liking it. And Mary Jo was reading this book, and she is a musician, and she spoke very highly of it. I read Santa Review before. I read Good House, really enjoyed that. Read My Soul to Keep, and the second book in that African Immortal series, and I enjoyed that as well. This one is about a musician and singer, Phoenix Smalls. Basically, she's starting off this like R&B career, but she's being like followed by these like weird ghostly events. There's like pianos dropping, and it looks like her life might be in danger at some point. And she believes that she's being haunted by the ghost of Scott Joplin, who was a ragtime piano playing titan, a very famous black piano player. I think I've heard it compared to Phantom of the Opera in a lot of ways, and this should help me complete all the prompts. I don't expect to finish it within the 2 weeks. I would be very happy if I got halfway through within the 2 weeks, just knowing my reading pace. But I'm using this readathon as an opportunity, prioritizing books that have been sitting on my TBR pile while I keep getting like distracted by the shiny new books at the library. And yes, that was everything. I look forward to seeing people's TBRs, look forward to talking to people about the group reads and on the Twitter and on the Instagram. I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you're interested in participating in this readathon. Have a good one. Take care. Goodbye.